Hey, it's Jeremy with Teletone, and this is 4 tips and tricks for Tympo that you probably didn't know about. So after we finished working on Tympo, one of the first things we did was try to figure out how we could push it further and how to kind of bend the functionality in ways that we hadn't thought of initially. So you know that on the pitch wheel, all of these buttons can be checked, and you'll use your pitch wheel to manipulate them and it snaps back into place. The mod wheel is tied to these different lanes, but you may not want to hold the pitch wheel down for extended periods of time during the track, like say if you wanted the samples to sound stretched. So one workaround for that is that if you check this button, and then you pull the pitch wheel down and then uncheck it, it'll stay where it's at. And now you no longer have to hold the pitch wheel down. If you just wanted your samples to sound stretched or compressed, you'd push it the other way. Then you just turn the button off. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2, if you're like us, you may have wondered at some point why tune is on the mod wheel instead of the pitch wheel, since it seems like it's bending the pitch up and down. Well, we really wanted to utilize the tune lane and be able to draw in patterns, you know, however you want it. We wanted that flexibility. But if you just want to basically take the mod wheel and make it into a bipolar knob where it goes, the pitch goes down when you pull this down and up when you push it up, the way that you would do that is you can turn the tune on and then go through and pitch all of your individual drums down, and then go to their beatmaker lane and push them all the way up. And now you will have a tune lane that is bipolar that can go simply by pushing the mod wheel up or down, will raise or lower the pitch. And then you could just make adjustments if you don't want it to quite go so low and you want it to be able to pitch up a little bit higher. So that's tip number 2. All right, tip number 3, if you wanted to take, you know, one of our beats or one of your beats and completely erase everything that is drawn in for feel, for all the lanes, for all the different sequences, the way that you can do that, and this is kind of similar to the stretch trick that we showed you, you would turn the mod wheel all the way down and then uncheck feel. And now all the information from the feel lane for the entire sequence will be gone. So all that's gone, and that's all you had to do to delete it all. Instead of going through each lane, you could just pull the mod wheel down and then turn that off, and that'll do it. Okay, the 4th trick I want to tell you about is if you had your sound design for your beat just the way you wanted it, but you knew that you wanted to use it on other beats, you could just save all of this information kind of like you save a beat, and you can save it to the same place, but save it as an effect. And the way that you could do that is just to save beat as, and normally I've been telling you to, you know, put the BPM in. In this instance, since you're mainly just wanting to save the settings, I would call it something different. You could call it sound design or SD lo-fi, lo-fi 1 or whatever. And this would, if you put the same abbreviation in front of it, then at least it's going to list them all together in the beats folder. But you could theoretically save a whole series of sound design settings and then just clear out the beatmaker, and that would be a way that you could save those settings and apply them to other beats. So that is trick number 4. If you've been using Tympo and you've discovered some tips and tricks that we might not know about, please let us know. We're always excited to hear what you guys do with our instruments. But Tympo is now available at teletoneaudio.com. check it out, and make sure and check out the other videos on our YouTube channel. We have a lot of walkthroughs, demonstrations, and information about how we built Tympo, the samples that we use, the drums that we use. A lot of videos out there, so make sure to check those out.